Hey guys, it's Tanner, and I'm in Canada. We're still serving. We're still pursuing what the Lord has for us here, doing work. We were doing question and evangelism, and then this guy showed up, and I just want to introduce him. This is Matt Olson, my pastor, and he's been a great encouragement to me and my team. He took us to dinner, really encouraged all of us, and I just kind of want him to tell you what he thinks of what we're doing here now.
Hey, it has been a privilege and an honor to be able to be in Hamilton for just a few days, just to encourage Tanner and his team. Got to meet a lot of them last night. Again, we got to fellowship and break bread around the table and just kind of talk about what's going on with them. One of the most amazing things that I got to see in each of them is a humility of, hey, I want to do what God's called me to do, go where God's called me to do, say what God's called me to say. And so in meeting the team, it really thrilled my soul and refreshed me to see that we've got such a great young generation that really are the hands and feet of Christ. And I saw that was evident even yesterday as we gathered in this very spot yesterday here at the college. And one of the most simple things that I've ever witnessed is taking a whiteboard, putting a question on there, such as, hey, what is the secret to happiness? And having this conversational interaction, letting people come, some who have never heard the gospel, some who have heard it and may have been turned off by organized religion or were shown some things that were not true of Christianity, and then some who might have even been Christians but weren't walking in the way they should. And having these students engage with them, so amazing to see that. And so that's just one of the many things that they're going to be doing this summer. So pray for them, pray for Tanner, my Timothy in the faith. Pray for these students, and we're going to continue to pursue Christ and be on mission together. Thanks so much.
All right, that is Matt Olson, and I'll be updating you guys a little bit more throughout the rest of this week, and hopefully send a newsletter out before Sunday. So thank you all for listening and seeing what's going on.
All right. Hey guys. So I just wanted to kind of update you on some of the things that my team was doing in Canada. So on Monday we just went to a park, went to some coffee shops, and kind of got to know the area a little bit. But talking to the locals at the park, and then there's a coffee shop with a really strong community that we're trying to kind of tap into, so that we're going to be regulars there. But yeah, Monday they had like a basketball ministry doing things like that. Before I go any further, I just want to say I wanted to put some of my other team members on here, but I wanted to get something to you before Sunday. So this is kind of just me going over kind of some of the things that we've been doing. And I know that the gospel is not something that we can really do by human will or exertion, but it's God working in us to go out and share the gospel and to do all of these ministries. So keep that in mind too. But I just kind of want to tell you guys what we were doing a little bit. So yeah, Monday we were at the park. Tuesday we had conversations, and I got this from Don Stewart. He started the coffee and conversations at church, and so we kind of one of my teammates actually had an idea kind of like it, and then we just ended up calling it coffee and conversations. And so that's something that we did on Tuesday. And then and Wednesday we had a meeting, staff meeting type of thing, where we just come and we share our experiences. Something really cool that happened this week is we got to meet some students here at the college that we're staying at. And we were able to not just share the gospel with them, but there was like 3 believers, maybe even more that we haven't met yet, but they want to hang out with us and kind of grow in Christ together. We're inviting them to the church that we're going to. No pressure for them to go there, but we would really enjoy to have them there. So that's something that happened. There's a lot of people at the parks that we're going to that we're connecting with. There's some guys that we talked to even today that that were really interested in understanding and knowing the gospel. One guy's name was Caden, and I can't remember his brother's name because I wasn't the one talking to him, but yeah, that was something that was really amazing that happened today while we were doing a Bible study. Wednesday, after we met at Charlie's and everything, we do English Cafe at 6:30, and that's just where we try to teach people how to speak English better if they kind of already know it and they know enough to talk to us or a little bit to read, that they can just kind of go through a Bible story with us. And through that Bible story, we can point them to Christ and also help teach them English. So that's a really good idea that we love doing that. Sadly, it turned into a coffee and conversations. It's not sad though, because we met a girl that wants to hang out with the team a lot. We actually talked to a guy named James that we went and got some things for recently. And so there was still fruit in that, even though it's not originally what we had intended. And then let's see what we were, so Thursday we did questioning evangelism. That's when Matt was here. We just went out and we wrote what's the secret to happiness on a marker board, and I think he was already talking about that in the video before this one. So we did that at questioning evangelism. And then some of the girls did a knitting class from 12 to 2, and then an ESL class at 3 or at 6:30. And so this is just kind of walking you through what a schedule looks like for a mission team. And it is really, really fun. And we have a lot of things that we haven't even scheduled yet, because last week was just kind of finding out what we can do, but we're still meeting so many people. So we're going to see how our schedule changes and forms as we go. So Friday is our Sabbath day, so we just kind of took a rest, and some of us did some things, but kind of just take a rest, get into the Word, and just make sure that our relationship with God is going smooth and that we're loving Him more every single day, but we're just taking that intentional time to rest in Him. So then Saturday, we do a Bible study at Mohawk at 6:30. Today has been a day of we kind of we're going to start trying to shop on Saturdays. So that's what we did today. We woke up we went out at 11 and kind of shopped the groceries, everything we need for dinner. But we did a Bible study later, and we even, in between that, you're just meeting people just as you go. You're just seeing people on the sidewalk and different things. So we ended up talking to some guys that I mentioned earlier, Caden and Andy, and then Caden's brother. And then, tomorrow, Sunday, we got church at 11. We're going to be doing a conversation group, the guys are, and the girls might be going to the mall to do surveys, might be going somewhere else to do that kind of thing. And then, that's pretty much our schedule for the week. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what that looks like, because I couldn't get my team on to ask about specific things before Sunday. So I just wanted to show you several things that we were planning and doing. But this is all flexible. All of it's so flexible, and we just want to make sure that we're sharing the gospel, that we're loving people, that we're helping people to bridge that relationship with the church that we're serving with too. And we're just praying. We're just praying that God's will be done. All of this is really good, and it's fantastic to plan these things, but we need to be doing God's will at the end of the day, because Romans chapter 9, I think verse 16, it's not by human will or exertion. There's nothing that we can do to save people. It's on God who has mercy, and on Him who has compassion. He has mercy on who He has mercy on, has compassion on who He has compassion for. So we just pray that He would have compassion, that He would have mercy on the people that we engage with. So that's basically it for the week, and I look forward to what happens next week that I can report and kind of tell you guys about. But just continue to pray for us, and continue that God would continue to pray that God would continue to work in the team, and that He would continue to work in each of our lives. So thank you so much for listening. I'm expecting your prayers, and just continue continue. Like, we need the prayers and everything. So thank you all.